In 1967, after spending over half his life in institutions, 32-year-old petty criminal Charles Manson had been released into a brave new world. Gathering a small band of admiring followers in San Francisco, Manson and the group began roaming the state, picking up new recruits along the way. In Los Angeles, 16-year-old Barbara Hoyt was just one of many young people they attracted.
He was definitely a father figure to everybody. I admired him. He was a very charismatic person. Everybody gave me lots of attention. They're all very nice to me. I think the acceptance I felt was a very strong draw, and I think that was probably one of the main draws to the cult, to probably anybody.
Within a few weeks, Barbara would move with her new family to a rundown film set in the hills outside Los Angeles, a location that would become infamous.
There's a heavy feeling here. It was just such evil that came out of here. It's such a pretty place. My God. I can smell the same smell of those trees. I can see where the ranch was down in front of me. Over there was the corral, and back here was the barn, and in front of the barn was the movie set. It just seems so surreal. It's almost like it was a long ago dream instead of reality.
At the ranch, Barbara Hoyt would live among young men and women that within months would become murderers, including 23-year-old Charles Tex Watson and 20-year-old Leslie Van Houten.
Tex was kind of happy-go-lucky. He didn't challenge Charlie for leadership at all. He did what Charlie told him to do.
He came from a solid family background, but something happened, and that, I believe, was drugs. It just took him from a path which was leading to a successful professional life onto a completely different way.
Literally free sex and freedom of sexual relationships was quite attractive to him.
Always a conspicuous presence would be the young Susan Atkins, by then rechristened by Manson as Sadie.
Exactly right. So they start off by erasing your identity. Okay? It gives you a special name or special position or whatever it is. And it's attractive to you because, you know, your life may have not been great up until that point. But then, once your identity is erased, he replaces it with his thoughts and his beliefs, and then you are transformed, just like the people around him. Let's keep going.
I met Sadie. I was sitting on the floor, kind of against the wall, and there were people around, and she squatted right in front of me and cut one. I was like, whoa. She would do stuff for shock. Though I thought she was great at the time, I thought, you know, just, wow, kind of a free person, you know.
She reminds me of Christine Nome, you know, like doing things that'll shock people, you know, dressing up in all these different costumes and stuff, and doing things that are crazy. That's pretty much what you become when you're around him. Let's continue.
At the ranch, this childlike free spirit was a state of mind the group aspired to.
The philosophy was that everything you learned was wrong, so we're going to erase your mind and make it childlike. But in retrospect, you could see that by doing that, then you could implant your ideas and philosophy.
And then they are rewritten with their agenda. And that's pretty interesting because that's pretty much the story behind everybody that's surrounding Trump. You know, as long as you do what he says, you're good. You're still part of this community. But if you go against the community, then you're out. You know, that's just basically how it is. You know, so you end up doing things that are not of your character. You know, a lot of these people that followed him were good kids, you know, essentially good kids. And maybe they were ignored or neglected, or they had a, you know, rough upbringing somewhat, and they felt unseen. And people like Charles Manson and Donald Trump, they see something in you and you feel seen, you know, and it feels good. So you don't want to go against the grain, you know, you don't want to go against the leader, because you love the community. You love being accepted for who you are at the moment. And it's very alluring, and it's kind of sad because a lot of the people that are surrounding Trump right now, they're in that position. So they are doing things that are out of their character, you know, and they are becoming people that they are not, you know. So that's very interesting to me.